This is Relationship where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship. 8 p.m.
We're live.
Marriage, sex,
And we're having a great time already.
yourself, your family, divorce, your ex, your co-workers, your friends, your situation, your lover, your mother, you name it. We always
I was
have
like,
a
not
good time.
today, Satan.
Of course you had to mess
With
it
your
up, right?
hosts, Dee and Cal.
Hello. Do you know what tonight is? Tonight is Thursday night at 8 o'clock. It's time for Relationship-ish. We're your hosts. I'm Cash.
I'm V, and this is Relationship-ish. How is everybody today?
Like, subscribe,
No, you can just
follow
say
us.
I'm good. I'm going to say that part. I'm like, okay. This girl is by the script and by the script only. I'm going to say that part, but I mean, I just said hello. And then, anyway, please like and follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media we're on it. Please tap that button and like us. Share, tell your friend to tell a friend. Watch the show tonight. It's about dating. You could tell your friend if you're not dating, you can help your sister or your brother out. If they're dating, let them watch the show tonight. All right, now, how was your day? Or welcome.
Welcome. This woman, she is on 1,000 all the time. Like, so when you spend time with people, how often are you the one making the plan?
I say with my good friends, it's pretty much, it just happens whenever somebody's going somewhere, they invite somebody. But some friends that I have dropped off, like I've decided I'm not friends, I always invite them to my house. And then they say, oh, what? You should have come to this concert. I'm like, how could I come? You didn't invite me. Or you should have come. We had such a great time at this show. Oh, okay. And I'm like, okay, so no. I'm always inviting you. You're not inviting me. So so my good friends, it just happens naturally. It's organic. But the friends of some of the friends I used to no longer, I call my friends. They're now acquaintances, so they don't get invited anywhere.
They're now, oh, wow.
Yes, they've been demoted.
Are they watching?
I doubt it. But if they are, they know who they are. I'm like, So how about you? Are you usually the planner or?
I am not the planner. I am definitely not the planner. I am the one that goes, you know what we should do? We should blah, 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 blah. And then I say what we should do, and other people put it in motion because I can't put nothing in motion. I can't even plan to take a shower. It just has to happen organically. I'm just like, I'm like, all the nuances, I'm like, it'll just happen. And they're like, it won't happen unless we plan. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we'll plan. I'm not the planner. I'm not the planner of my friends. I am the orchestrator. I'm up at the top doing the things, and then other people put it and organize my thoughts because
that's one of the questions I ask when I'm dating. Are you the planner or not? Because I think a lot of guys just assume you're going to be making all the plans. You're going to be planning the vacation. You're going to be planning the dinner. You're going to be, I'm like, I don't want to be the one who plans all the time. So I'm like, you know what? Do you ever plan anything, or you're expecting other people to always plan? So I do ask that question.
well, I'm never. You're not like, I'm not doing that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, so Iris, are you the planner? Do you ever plan things, or your friends always plan? Let's see what Iris has to say. I don't know if she's going to answer.
I've been blessed with great friends and family. They know how to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, if it was up to me, it would be 4, 9, 20, and 1. I can't do it. I just gonna be honest with myself. I can't do it.
Yeah, but
So,
I think even though you're not the planner, you put the things in motion. And if you have to, if someone can't figure it out and you can figure it out, you're gonna jump in. You're gonna be like, let me see, because I think that's wrong. Let me see if I can get the tickets this way. So I think you would help if you had to. It depends.
yeah, yeah, maybe, but I don't know if I can, just maybe, girl, maybe. Yeah, I always have some grand scheme and be like, you know what we should do? Let's go to Philadelphia and go see Missy Elliott in concert, and then we'll drive there and have dinner. And they're like, calm down. By the time we get there, we need to look for parking and we need to da 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 da. Da. We'll eat in the arena, and I'm like, okay, I guess. See, I try to start planning, and they're like, I don't know what kind of organizing you're doing. You're up here in the clouds. Come back down, baby. This is what we're going to do. And I'm like, well, I guess that makes sense. They're like, what time are we leaving? I'm like, 12. What time's the concert? 2. No. So what we're gonna do, like, oh, well, I guess so. They don't like my planning. I'm just saying. I just fly by the seat of my pants. That's what I do. It'll just happen. That's what my thing is. It'll happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't mind planning, but sometimes I feel planned out.
Yeah. But girl, let me just tell you about this week in planning.
Oh, okay.
I almost did not go to work on
This is
Tuesday. I almost did not go to work on Tuesday because I dropped off my car and I'm driving to work.
But wait, tell them I was sleeping when you called me, so tell them. I thought you said you couldn't find parking, so go ahead.
Okay, so I reach into my back seat because anybody who knows me, I have a full makeup kit, in my back seat, and don't tell anybody the law, but however, I drive to work because I drive to work. It's like 5:30 in the morning, and I put on my makeup every morning. And by the time I get to work, I just do a little, and I'm done. I reach in the back seat to get my palette to put it on the seat. There's no bag. I'm like, whoa. And I'm driving, and I'm like, oh my God, wait. Did I put it in the trunk? So I pull over. I look in the trunk frantically. I look in the back seat frantically. I'm like, holy beep, beep, beep. I left my makeup at home. Oh, hell no. So I call V and I'm like, V, I can't go to work. She's like, why? Just park in a parking lot. I'm like, V, you're not listening. I cannot go to work today. And she's like, well, why can't you go to work? I'm like, she's like, you're late. It's okay if you're late. I'm like, I have no makeup.
I was like, girl, you gotta turn around. You not go to work.
You're right. You have to call in sick.
Like, call in sick, girl. Do not go in there without your makeup. Don't do it. It's so funny. I'm like, why can't you go to work? Just go. It's just okay if you're late.
Go. It's okay if you're late.
Her makeup. I was like, oh,
just parking lot. I'm like, girl, I don't have any eyebrows. I don't have any makeup. I don't have any cover up. What the hell? She's like, oh hell no. Right. You gotta call in sick. And I'm like, right? Okay. So I was
to CVS or something. Then I was like, next
and then, yeah, she was like, oh, maybe you could go to CVS. I was like, oh, wait. And on the highway, I can neither confirm nor deny it was on the highway. You know, they have that little turnaround thing. I was like,
it says do not turn around.
Once I get to the city, there's no CVS by where I am. There is nothing but little bodega shops. What the hell am I going to do with that? She's like, go to CVS. I was like, oh, yeah. Again, people, I'm asking you. I need help. I don't know about but I need help because first of all, remember I got my bracelet caught in my car and I was like, I cannot break the bracelet. I just have to drive with one hand. I got to drive with no hands. because I can't break my bracelet, but is it really I can't go to work without makeup?
Listen, I said to Cash, my sister would have went to work. So when I told my sister the story, she's like, okay, no, I wouldn't go to work without makeup. Are you kidding me? I was like, you wouldn't? I thought she would because she's like so like, calm and natural. And she's like, I'm not crazy. No way. I have stopped at CVS and Rite Aid and whatever it is to go get my to makeup when I have forgotten my makeup, but I'm not going to work. I would definitely call in sick if I was her.
Hell no.
Yep.
I felt like a Color Purple moment. Hell no. I was like, no, no.
That was
Girl.
so
And she's like, just park in the parking.
because I thought she was trying
Ma'am.
no, there's no parking in the city because of all of the snow. So I'm half asleep. I'm like, just park in the parking lot and walk. If you. She's like, girl, I ain't having no makeup. I'm like, makeup? Wait a minute. I was awake. That was like a slap in the face.
So I'm not the planner, but I need a different plan because we need something in the car. Okay? Okay. Boo-boo. So today's National Day is national. It is actually not even national. It's World Nutella Day. Isn't that crazy that the world is celebrating Nutella? And I didn't even run into Nutella until probably about the 2000s, early 2000s, when I found out what Nutella was. It was like an accident. But the making of Nutella was an accident. There was a shortage of coca in the 1800s, and to stretch the supply, they added in hazelnuts. So there you go. We wouldn't have Nutella today without that little break. So, V, what's our word of the day?
Canoodle. I thought it was apropos because we're talking about dating and it's a romantic month because it's Valentine's Day is coming up. So canoodling is a generalization of like kissing and hugging and holding hands. It's like put it all together like they're in the corner canoodling over there, whispering, doing things that very romantic, lovey-dovey things, not one specific thing. Like instead of saying they're kissing, maybe they're just not only kissing. You would say they're canoodling. And I'm hoping that this month, everybody's going to be canoodling with their man or their woman or their significant other.
Okay.
I want to work looking like a vagabond.
Yeah, canoodle. That's for those people out there who are like, we know something went on.
But do you know, like, some people don't like touch, like they don't want to be hugged and they don't want to. So I'm wondering if they really like that kind of stuff. Those people. I couldn't be with somebody who doesn't want to be touched and hugged. That's not my partner. Could you be with that person who doesn't like canoodling and hugging and Could you? What are you trying to say? What are you doing?
So that's our word of the week.
Canoodle. Let's use it and let's do some canoodling, people. Let's do it.
Sometimes I just want to put her on pause. What has me on pause today?
Please, what has you on pause?
Oh my God. This kidnapping story where they took Nancy Guthrie's, the missing mom, Savannah Guthrie. And I'm just like, it's on the 5th or 6th day where they think that they kidnapped this 83-year-old woman. Mm-hmm. And they want a ransom and she needs her medicine and they're begging for their mom back. Can you imagine? Well, no one's going to kidnap my family because they would probably just give them back, be like, pay me to give them back. Because they'd be like, they were so annoying. No, give them back. My dad, like after some jack, they would pay me to bring him back. Okay. um, but just seriously, like I cannot even fathom. Like you think that you drop them off, you think they're okay, and you're going about your business, and you're like, where's mom? And there's no mom. She's gone. It's I think it's crazy, and I feel for them, but I think there's some foul play going on because how do you know you dropped off your mother? There are cameras everywhere, but no one knows what happened to her.
Well,
It's
I
just
don't
odd.
like what I was like, what would be the reason for the foul play? You just one of you just killed her, and now you're going to pretend like I don't understand. Like, why did you kill her?
Maybe if we find out that the mom's worth like $40 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like thinking maybe she has like an estate account or whatever. And if she was going up the stairs, she tripped, she hit her head. Now what you gonna do? Can't get any of the money if you mistakenly killed her.
Oh,
That's what I'm thinking. I'm just saying
the
because it's
cameras were
just a little
disconnected. I think that the
suspicious.
cameras were disconnected. So I wonder when they were disconnected and why, or did the killers or kidnappers, not killers? Excuse me, my asthma's bothering me. People, I'm sorry. But I wonder if the kidnappers disconnected the cameras.
And so then this is what I'm saying. The kidnappers is an inside job because how did you get access to the cameras to conveniently you dropped her off and we see you drop her off, but then all of a sudden you're gone. I'm just
Well, the
saying.
thing is, I know when yes, I think it could be an inside job. I'm hoping it's not the family. But, whenever you are wealthy and you have cameras all around your house and you have people all around your house fixing your house, wealthy people always want their bathroom redone, the kitchen redone. We're going to take these floors out. Those people can see those cameras. They know where they are. They talk to their friend who is maybe a little shady, and then they figure it out. Next thing you know, they're coming into your house. So the people who actually did the work might be okay, but if they have a brother or whoever and they tell their brother something, that brother might come up with a plan. You know what we could do? Because you won't have to do that plumbing anymore.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not rich, so I don't know that people redo their bathroom, kitchen, and all of that. So this person over here, be careful. Don't get kidnapped, V. Don't get kidnapped because this person here cannot afford to get their kitchen bathroom done.
One is not going to be kidnapping anybody in my family.
Ain't nobody getting kidnapped.
Because if
right
they
here.
want $1, I could just give it to them now because that's all we got is $1. So you got half the dollar right now. You don't have to kidnap somebody for the dollar. Like give you the dollar.
I'm saying it wasn't.
Her life alert stopped at between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. Okay.
Yeah, so that just has me completely on pause right now. I feel for them. So if you know something, and then Little Wayne's son is missing. He just walked out and then just kept on walking. Like nobody knows where he went down in Atlanta. So I'm like, is it ICE picking up people? I'm just saying.
Oh, did you see Billie Eilish on the awards? She really said F ICE. I'm like, oh, live TV. I was like, holy cow. She went off. I was like, she won her award last year. She was nominated for like 18 and 1-0. So I think she said I was not prepared. She thought she was not going to win, but she won and she came up there and she said what she had to say. I was like, go ahead, Billy. She's not scared. I'm like, And so did who's doing the show?
Bad Bunny.
Yeah, he said what he had to say. I was like, okay, Bad Bunny. He talked about Trump. He's like, oh, I was like, oh, because Trump said that he's not going to watch the halftime show because Bad Bunny's the halftime show, so he's not watching it. And he also said that Bad Bunny should be arrested. I'm like, why? Because he's doing the halftime
For
show.
what?
I don't understand.
This is the dumbest shite that I've ever. This is the dumbest shite that I've ever heard. Puerto Rico, because Bad Bunny is Puerto Rican. Puerto Rico is part of America, people.
I don't understand. I am so clueless as to what's going on because none of this, my brain can't comprehend this kind of thinking. I am so disappointed in parts of what this president is saying that my brain can't function. I'm like, what did he just say that? Is he serious?
Why did the guy who plays the Hulk get fired? What? See, this is just topsy-turvy. I just can't. You know what? After the break, we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about relationship-ish things that has nothing to do with ice, maybe ice in your cup. Okay? Maybe ice because you need to cool down. That was sexy talk.
Yes.
But we're gonna come back. He did not listen to that. They did not.
Oh.
What comes around goes around. Pay attention, people. Wake up!
It's about dating and adulting.
This is Relationship-ish, where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship.
With your hosts, V and Cash.
So
I was trying to do, I tried to sneak it in into our commercial. Oh, I tried to sneak it in. I didn't know that was a quick. I'm like, oh my.
okay.
So
No, she doesn't have a tick. She's just over exercising her face.
I'm exercising my face, and I really see the difference. I'm excited. Okay, whatever.
When she gets ready to go lift weights and her face is just going, and 200 pounds. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Yeah. I'm just asking, because if your mouth is very defined and muscular, does that mean that you could do things very soft and gentle, or is it going to be rough like a Hoover vacuum?
It means that you have. It means that you have control. The stronger you are, the more control you have.
The stronger you are. Oh, my bad. I done ate a sausage. So let's just get. At some point, I
don't think you have to worry about that. So you can just keep on exercising.
Yeah, I don't have that problem. Okay. So getting back, we're talking grown folks dating because in your teenage years you think about this and what if and what that, and now we're grown folks and we looking for our person or man or woman, or maybe you're into goats. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. If you like the sheep because they're bad, who am I to say anything? Okay, date that sheep, girl.
But if you also, when you're an adult, like even in your 20s and 30s, you haven't been in a seasoned relationship. Now, even if whether you've been divorced or you've had a serious relationship, most people who are adults have had at least one serious relationship, and they know what they will not put up with and what they would put up with. But when they're dating, they're not sure exactly how to navigate that. So we're here to help a little bit. There's 10 million things to talk about. We're just going to talk about a little bit of it, but I think it will be helpful.
That's right, because the rules shift in this game. After 10, 20 years of dating, of a marriage, I said of dating, Lord Jesus, then what you gonna do when they come for you? So this is a do. This is the relationship-ish do's and don'ts. So we're gonna start off with do's. Do. Rediscover yourself before finding someone else, because this helps you gain confidence. Makes you put yourself out there. You know that you are the ish and you're not going to tolerate just nothing. You have life experience, you had heartbreaks, you've healed, and now it's time to understand your values, your emotional needs, and those deal breakers. I'm not tolerating that. No. Okay? You need to come with clean sneakers, people. Oh, sorry. Number two.
You need to go.
Number two.
Set clear intentions. Do not have sex too soon. Because unless you want to be friends with benefits, you need to get to know the person, and they need to get to know you and what your boundaries are going to be and what their boundaries are going to be. And you need to let them know your intentions. You can't, if you
So
know,
I can't sleep with someone on the first date.
I wouldn't recommend it. And I know some people who keep doing it and they still are single and they haven't had a serious relationship in 3 years, and they keep sleeping with people on first and second dates and they're getting nowhere. And it's like the definition of insanity, still doing the same thing and getting no good results. You cannot.
But why can't you? What if your time limit is like, I'm not going to sleep with them until after 2 hours?
What?
That's a time. You set a time. I don't know why you say
you can sleep with them anytime you want. You're grown. So if you
I'm grown. That's right.
Hours, you can sleep with them after 2 hours.
I set a boundary.
If you want a serious relationship, then you have to nurture it, and it's not going to be nurtured after 2 hours. It's like, a plant isn't going to grow after 2 hours. So you have to water it for a couple of weeks, and then you'll see some growth there, right? So that's important.
I know how to water it.
Yeah. Well,
after 2 hours, the water will be running. The water running. The water running. Oh, okay. All right.
Stop jumping ahead. It's not going to be a marriage just because there's a connection, and so, but please do have what your intentions are. Because if he's sleeping with you just for tonight and you think he's sleeping with you, but tomorrow we're going to be boyfriend and girlfriend, you need to get that straight. Is it true? Is that what you're thinking? Or
well, maybe you should set that boundary before you sleep with them, thinking that they're your man, and you didn't say, "Oh, I'm your man," and then you just gave up the cootie for no reason.
Right? Because maybe you gave up the cootie because you wanted to, which is different. You are an adult, but are you giving up the cootie because you think we're an item, we're a couple, or you just giving it up for fun? If you want to have fun, go ahead, have fun, enjoy yourself. But that's not, if your intention is having a serious relationship, you need to cool it. You get that vibrator.
And this is a side note. You know that Rose has been irritating people because it's been sucking a little too hard. People have had to go to the emergency room because their cootie, it's a little raw. So be careful if you're buying the Rose, because it's been banging up, bruising people.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Not that I know, but I know because someone told me, because I don't know, but be careful of that Rose. Okay. And because somebody might get the Rose for Valentine's Day. Hello. You know what I mean? Woo! I'm just saying. Set your boundaries. No Rose. Okay. No. Here we go. Do. Be open, but be protective of your energy. Align your values. And for me,
Mm-hmm.
for me,
Please speak.
my values.
Mm-hmm.
If you're telling me that your parents don't know that I am a woman, we have nothing else to talk about. I just, because I'm not going to be your best friend for the next 3 years.
Oh,
I'm
you mean
just
if they haven't come
not.
out? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Because this is grown folks. This is what I'm saying. We're not in high school or college anymore. If we're
Oh,
gonna
Iris, the rose is tearing up people and banging them up because it's sucking too hard, and it's being bruised. So if you get the rose, be careful. That's all.
it's for pleasure, Iris. She's like,
Oh,
what are
she
you
knows what the rose is.
talking about?
Everybody knows what the rose is.
What? I don't
Everybody
know.
knows what the
What is she
rose.
talking about?
Because it glitched. Wait, but it glitched. So she didn't know that I said don't get the rose because it's been don't get a rose for Valentine's Day. So I'm sorry, align your values. So my value of education, I'm not saying that you have to be the top, the smartest, or whatever, but to be like, you know what, education, getting educated is stupid. And if people want to go to school and try to make themselves be better and uppity, I don't agree with that. We don't align because I will be learning for the rest of my life. And it's not necessarily about getting a degree, but learning. You can't be dumb. And it's not about academic dumb. If you don't want to know, you don't want to experience, you don't want to learn, you don't want to go and try something that's different that you've done before, you're not for me. Because that is just country. I don't know. For me, that's just country.
And for me, if we can't, for me, if we have differences and we can just talk about it without arguing, because I don't expect anybody to think exactly like me, and this is for me where the education comes in, because I find sometimes people who haven't gone to the next level in education, they want to try to convince me to be on their side of the fence. I'm not trying to convince anybody. I just want to hear your side. You hear my side. We're good. Like, I don't convince me. I'm not convincing you. Let's just keep it at that. But I'm too old for that. I've decided what I wanted. And if you talk to me and you're telling me about your side, I might actually think, okay, well, now I understand it better. That probably won't make me change my mind, but it will make me understand you. But the arguing and doing what I call, I don't want to say this, but doing what I call the Trumpikins way, I don't like it. I said I don't want to say it, but I said it. Like, cause it's like they think that they're right. I don't think that I'm right. It's just different, and I just feel like sometimes people don't want. I think that's important to be able to listen to the other side and not judge and just be okay. That's what I think. And if you can't accept other people, you're not aligning with my values. You got to go. If I'm going to a drag show and you're like, oh my God, I would never, then okay, then obviously we just don't, we don't, we're done. But so don't greet with a handshake. First dates are not okay, really? Like, hi, how are you doing? I'm like, so you're gonna start off as friends right away. So you're like friend zoning the whole thing. I'm like, come on, and you need to ask questions. It's a ping pong, but it's not so how many siblings do you have? So how long have you had your job? How long have you lived in New York? And what kind of car do you drive? And do you have any kids? Oh my goodness, how long have you been divorced? It shouldn't be that. You're just having conversations and you're telling stories so you can get to know each other and see if this person says things that excites you or intrigues you, and if you say things that intrigues them. But the job interview things, I've been on dates where people are just asking me question after question. I'm like, okay, when is this going to be over? Because I'm like, or they're just saying everything about themselves and they don't want to know anything about you. So I left the date. I know everything about you. Do you know anything about me? Well,
Mm.
I'm like, okay, yeah, no.
And I think because some people are shy to ask open-ended questions
Mhm.
because you cannot just be like, so do you like red? No. So what's your favorite color? Blue.
Well, that's good for me. If they say blue, like if they do that, that is not my person. So let us know right now. Let's get it straight. You are not my person. So if you're just going to end the sentence like that, good for you. All right. So you have a nice day, kind sir.
Oh no, I'm staying because I'm getting my meal. I don't know.
Like I left a couple of dates and she goes, you left without getting your meal. I took that one
I
time.
don't know what that is. I came out my house. I am dressed.
Try to look cute.
I am looking cute as hell. I'm getting my meal. I don't. I'm baby. I'm this size for a reason. There's a reason. This didn't come just last night. I'm getting my meal. That's all I'm saying. My filet mignon. It doesn't have to be steak, but I'm just saying. I mean, I
Oh.
came to eat, and I probably didn't eat, so I can't eat with you. So I'm hungry. I'm
Mhm.
about to become hangry. We need to eat. Now, if we were just meeting at a wine bar or something like that, like lounge, then I don't need the drink. But if we went out to eat a dinner, we're eating.
Well, if I'm feeling, mm, I just need to get out of there. I can't even eat. So maybe I could take the dinner to go or something, but I cannot. I cannot sit there and eat with you already feeling like this needs to end. Adios. I'm done.
Wow. Okay, well, that's funny. You're just like, bye. I don't eat first. Men, women, if you're the sheep, get your grass.
Eat first, ask questions later.
I'm so sorry. I'm just saying. Look at my meal. So, but don't go in just firing questions. And this is my worst question. So, tell me about yourself.
That's a job interview question. Like what? Like what? Hello?
Why are you dating now?
This is relationship. Well, we
She's
talk about
already watching it. Girl, stop.
What by itself? That was so funny. I'm like, I'm not
But
even.
let me just say, I I I I hate that question. So if we're gonna date, do not say, so tell me about yourself.
Well, that's an interview question. That's what we're saying not to do. Do not
Don't
interview.
even ask that on an interview. A stupid question.
Well, I've been asked that 10 million times on
I
an
hate
interview.
that question. And I
I,
just make fun of the question. I'm like, I was born all the way back in 1809 in a little manger. And they're like, I'm like, you said, tell me about yourself. I didn't know where to start exactly.
well, they're not asking for your biography, miss. They're just,
Well, don't tell me to ask me about tell me about yourself.
but yes, well, Cash doesn't want you to ask her that on a job interview. That's fine. Don't ask. I don't like it either. However, date, no, 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 no. Do not ask that question.
Don't compare your date or your potential and just create red flags. Be like, well, the way that they were walking, they had a little twist to them. You know what that twist reminds me of? It reminds me of Jacob.
Well,
Do you
I
think
I
he's
have a recent red flag for that this person went on one date. She had talked to this guy. She FaceTimed him because she listened to me. I said, did you FaceTime him? And because she wasn't sure if he was real. She's like, okay, he's real. I can't mention her name because she's probably watching tonight because she wanted to hear the story. But it's real. When they went on the date, he said that he was 5 years younger than her. And she decided that that was a red flag because he's 5 years younger. So I said, was he obnoxious or you didn't like how he looked? She goes, no, he looked kind of good. But like 5 years younger. What am I? I'm like, why is that a red flag? She's like, because like we're not on the same page. Like I'm like, so you want somebody exactly your age? Like that's like, I'm like, you're making a problem where there's no problem. You did 5 years. Hello, I'll go 10 years and younger. What do I do? I'm like, what is your problem? But she made that into an issue. And then when I finished talking to her, she goes, you know what? Maybe I will call him because he's been calling me, but I just ignore it because I was like, well, no, he's 5 years younger.
5
She
years?
really, it's true. And I mean, I don't know if she's going to come on and say something, but yes.
But okay, at this rate, I'm assuming your friend is more than 30.
Well, she's 60 and he was 55. And she was like,
At this point in time, this is when we need to start knowing math. Now, if the person is 1 and you're dating a 2-year-old, there's a problem because that's more than half your age. However, if the person is 60 and you're 55, that's 95% your experience. What is wrong with people?
That's what I said, making a red flag. There's no red flag. What? She's like, oh.
Let me put it in better numbers for you. If you're 50 and the person is 45, they have lived 90% of the same life you have lived, because 50 times 2, 100, 45 times 2, 90.
I like that math.
90% of your lifetime has been experienced by this person. Hello?
Well, I'm not dating anybody who's my age, so I don't. Everybody that I date is younger than me, so I guess I'm red flagging it everywhere. I'm like, so I feel like some people create these flags. Yes, depending on maturity. But I mean, if you're 55 and you're not mature, you're never going to get mature. I'm like, if you're talking about 25 and 30, maybe the guy if he's 25, maybe he's not so mature. But at 55, if you have a 55-year-old man and you're a 60-year-old woman and you think this man might not be mature, then he's not going to get mature. This is it. Like, he's not going to be more mature when he's 60.
Okay, but when you're 25 and 20, the person has still lived 80% of the same life you've lived.
No, but this is the thing. Men mature later. So I feel like in the younger years, I feel like when my son was 24, he was like very much more immature than my daughter at 24. Like, I just think that men, it takes a while. They're still doing dangerous things. They're still like, their testosterone is all over the place. So I feel like that's a little different. But we're talking about mature people, grown folks. You're mature. If you're 45-year-old man and you still don't have a job and you still don't have A, B, C, and D, well, when is it going to happen for you? You know what I mean? At that time, if you're 25, maybe you don't have a job. But at 45, there's a red, for me, that's a real red flag if you don't have a job. But if they don't have the kind of job that you want, but they are working and it's a good paying job and they're supporting themselves, I don't think that's a red flag just because they work not, do you? I think people make red flags.
Ma'am, if he's working and his job is to push the Target cart, he is not for me.
Well, if his job is to push the Target carts and he has his own apartment and he has his own house and nobody's paying his bills and his own car and nobody's paying his bills but himself, then okay. I mean, if he's depending on somebody else to help him, but if whatever his job is, if he can support himself properly, I don't think it's an issue for me. You could push whatever carts, you can support yourself properly and live, a good life. Okay. That's what I think. That's the important thing, is that if you can support yourself, so, well, for me, Cash is saying, if you're just pushing the carts around, don't call her. You can call me.
Because he's going to say, I do have my own place. Come over here. Up under this bridge, nobody's here. Most of the times that I put my tarp up, it is a warm. Be like,
Oh
you
my God.
said
What's wrong with
you just
you?
need your own place. He got
Yes.
his own place, boo boo, right there under the bridge. Let me hook you up. His name is Travis, boo boo.
Hmm. Yeah. No, I get, but I feel like if they have a decent job, let's not red flag them just because they don't work in a bank and they're not a doctor or a lawyer. Everybody's not
Oh,
going
I
to
didn't.
be a doctor. No,
I
no, I'm
didn't
not
say
talking
you.
about you. I'm talking
Okay.
about people who red flag people who, because they're not this, what they want. They
Well,
have a
I-
list
I'm
of what
just,
they want.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. Um, V is lying because if you cannot support yourself, and then you have a little fun, she has a certain lifestyle that she needs to upkeep.
I said, didn't I say you
But
have to be able to support yourself? I said that's
oh no,
important.
no, 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 no. But you have a certain lifestyle that you need to keep. If he can support himself, and then he's like, "Babe, can you come pick me up? Because I don't have a car like that." Or, "Babe, for Valentine's Day, I'm not gonna get you like I got you gas station chocolates."
I would be okay
Or,
with.
"Babe, she lying. Babe, it's your birthday, and you know what I did for you? I came over here. It's just all me, baby."
Well, I am a little extra, and I feel like I'm a giving person, and I want somebody who's also a giving person, and I'm used to
So
being.
they cannot have a shopping cart job because you cannot buy any type of gold, platinum, diamonds, and silver with pushing carts. So, ma'am, take 2 seats to the back with your lying behind. Good night. Slam that
Well,
door shut. She's trying to make me seem like, oh,
I don't
extra
need somebody who
cash.
can support me, but I need somebody who can live the life that I have been accustomed to. And I cannot be, I'm not
Okay,
supporting
and let me
women.
tell you the
I'm
life that
not
she's
supporting
accustomed
a woman.
to.
So, well, yeah,
She's living a glamorous girl life, people.
yes,
So
I'm
don't
trying to go
be.
on 4 vacations a year, 1 vacation each season, and I'm making it happen for myself. And that's what I'm doing. And if you can't do that, then okay, then maybe,
I
it's
can't.
not.
So, ma'am, I guess we're not going to even be friends. She talking
No,
about
you
four
can be
vacations a
friends.
year. I'm
No,
like,
we can be friends. I'm not dating you. I'm talking about dating because a partner, like, and if you
but
can't go
what if
because you
they're
have to work,
still working?
no, but if you can't go because you have to work, no, because everybody can take a 4 day weekend. And if you can't, then okay, then you need to take your shopping cart and keep it moving. Because if you can't take a 4 day weekend, I can't either. Because, that's it.
Well,
This
then,
everyone
because the
has
4-day weekend is usually the retail sale days. So, what are you talking about? Of course, I can't take off then that time, mama. I'll be pushing those cards. This is the sale time.
yeah.
Anyway, last time, dude, starting better. You're not starting over. So some people are like, "Oh, at your age, it's just so hard starting all over." You're not starting all over. You're starting better. You already got your leg up. Okay? So be ready with the conversation and learn what matters to you and to them, and you're ready to do that connection. Because if you're starting back, you think you're starting all over again, that was when you were just 13 and you didn't know what questions to ask. Like,
Mhm.
come with the convo so you know what and where, who, what, why you want.
Right.
There are questions I would have asked before. Now I know what questions to ask. I'm just letting you know, girl.
Yeah, like yes, and you need to know what to ask. Don't just go on the date and go like I don't know what we're going to talk about. You need to have some things in mind that you want to talk about, that you want to share. Do not overshare. No one wants to hear about your horrible divorce on your first date, or how your boyfriend cheated on you and he took your best friend. No one wants to hear that
Well, no,
on
no, I want to hear that. So So who got the best friend? No, okay. Damn.
So when you're dating, like when you're on a date, no one, that's not the time to share, the big things. Let's work on the little things. We get to know each other little by little. Don't overshare.
Yeah, I want to know, when you're eating steak, do you pick your teeth with the steak knife?
Listen to me. I've been on a date where somebody takes a toothpick out and starts picking their teeth at the table. Please do not do that. Excuse yourself. Go to the men's room. Go outside. Take your toothpick and pick your teeth. Do whatever. No one wants to see that. We're at the dinner table, for goodness sake. Have some manners. People, if you don't have any decorum, you should not be going on a date. You need to go on YouTube and see how to sit at a table and how to act and what to say and what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. I can't.
So you shouldn't talk about your anal itch?
No. Or your hemorrhoids. I'm like, what is wrong with you people?
I have this itch, and it's just triggered.
I just feel like we have lost our classiness somewhere along the line, and we need to get it back. Like, hello.
Yes, honey, because there's no more Woolworths.
Yes. No.
So those are relationship issues, do's and don'ts. So
and there's so many more, but we couldn't name them all. We would be here for like 6 hours.
If you missed them, these are our relationship-ish do's and don'ts. Do rediscover yourself before finding somebody else, because you need to get your confidence back, girl. You need to get that snap back.
Yes. Do set clear intentions. Do not have sex too soon.
Do be open, but also protective of your energy. Make sure your values align.
First dates are not interviews. Do not use a handshake as a greeting.
But then again, don't be hugging me and smacking my butt either. Just saying.
Yeah, and
don't compare or create red flags.
Okay, you're not starting over, you're starting better. So, remember that. And you've got this. You need to take control of the situation. Don't let the situation control you. Why are you laughing? Oh my goodness.
Because I said, you might have an anal itch. You should be talking about that at the table. I'm just saying.
Please do not. I've now experienced, I've been dating for longer than I intended to be. I thought I would be already like off the market, but I'm just trying to tell you something. I have witnessed so many from people standing me up to leaving on the date, and I didn't even know they left, to picking their teeth at the table. Like I'm always wondering, am I on candid camera? Some of you are too young. You don't know what that is. That's a show that used to catch you off guard. And I'm just like, I'm just here to say, it's been very interesting, this dating life. I'm enjoying the journey. I am definitely enjoying the journey. So,
So have you ever gone on a date and then you didn't have your confidence with you? And so you just like accepted trash?
I don't think I've accepted trash, but I think at the very beginning, and sometimes I think I sometimes do it. Like I like the person just because they like me. Like I'm just like, that's it. Okay, this person likes me. So, but like, I'm like, no, like, okay, no. Just because
I'm so glad, because I've been trying to tell her this for like a long time. And then she's like, I think so. I like that. And let me just tell you, when you try to talk to a battle cat, I just back down. Okay. I'm like, I think you like him because he likes you. And she's like telling me the things that like, well, He has a toupee. He has one leg. He hops around.
Why a man was dumped?
He he has one leg. He has a toupee. He has 3 missing teeth. But he when he talks to me, he'd be like, "Oh, but it's okay. I like him. It's not for you. For you don't like him. For me, I think he's hot. And for me,
No,
when he's walking around and hopping,
I'm
with
willing
his
to, like,
toupee,
I'm willing to accept, right? But not like, I feel like different about myself now, and also I don't really care so much as I did. Um, I'm having a good life and I don't really have like that strong bond with somebody. I'm still having a good life. So like if it happens, it happens. I thought at this stage of my life I'd be at another another junction, but it's okay. This train station is fine. I'm good where I'm at. So, but so I don't
what
but
they're running a train? What
yeah.
you running a train at this stage in your life, girl? Whoa, wait a
But
minute.
you have confidence one week, and then the next week, something happens and you feel beaten down and you're just like, oh my God. So it's a roller coaster. Like it's a roller coaster of emotions. People make you feel bad about yourself and you believe it, and it no matter how many people say you are beautiful, you're gorgeous, you have everything going for you. One person says something negative and that's what sticks in your head. You're like, am I fat? Because this person said I was fat. Everybody can say you are not fat. That one person who says you're fat, you're like, oh shoot, I'm fat. So I feel like you can make a difference in people's day. So remember that when you're choosing your words, it's hurtful and it bothers people and it sticks to them and it knocks them down as far as their confidence, at least for me.
Well, for me, I remember going online because I was like, oh, let me just this is a while ago. Like, let me just see, what is out there because I felt like so bad. I did feel ugly and everything. Let me just tell you, however, I went online and I was just like, oh, something about it was a football, and I was like, oh, I wonder if you can toss toss me around like the football or something. I don't remember the exact thing. Right. It was like, your ass ugly. I got offline and that was it. That was it for like so long.
Somebody said that to you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Like, oh,
and I was like,
about.
Okay. I was like, and that was the first. It was the first. It was like and it was a catfish at that because we were like going back and forth. And then was like, oh, I need a plane ticket to do something. And I'm like, I'm not the bank. And then it was like the next line was like, your ass ugly.
They were upset that you weren't going to give them money. Yep. Like,
I cried. I was just like, oh my God. Okay. I was like, I'm never going online again. I'm never. But now I'm like, well, I can't say that word, but my favorite word. That my son even be using now. Fuck them. Okay, yeah. Girl. Fuck them.
Well, that's what you have to do. You can't let the negative comments get to you. It's you just can't. I know that it's hard and it's easy to say, but it gets to me. But you just have to leave it alone. This person is not for you. This person is not for you. And just because they like you doesn't mean you have to like them. Right. And just because they want to sleep with you doesn't mean you have to sleep with them. I'm not saying that I'm like all that, but a lot of people want to sleep with me. I'm not sleeping with them. I'm just not.
All right. So.
Oh, like, no. So what's next week's show, baby? We're going to talk about Valentine's Day and how to do Valentine's Day on a budget. Like, you don't have to be rich to have romance. We can make romance happen on a budget. That's not for me. If you're my man, you need to go get me some Godiva chocolates or something. But, I'm just saying.
She's lying. There's lady be like, well, I did spend over blink, blink, blink. Be like, because you ain't buying no $20 gift and think that
You
that's
can buy,
okay.
listen, it's the thought that counts, and it's Valentine's Day. You could just do something really nice, but you have to do
Don't get the
something.
rose. Don't get the rose. I'm
Yeah.
just letting you know, don't get the rose. Don't get shaved and chapped and you walking funny.
I'm like, but we're gonna tell you how you can have fun. And like, not everybody has $1 million to spend this year. Like, so I get that, and I'm like, so we can make it. We can still have a romantic night without going overboard. There's plenty of ways to go overboard. Let's see what we could do.
What if your man wears an elephant trunk bikini?
What? An elephant trunk bikini?
It's cheap. It's all about me, boo boo. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well,
Well,
that was great. That was wonderful. And I just hit something and something went awry. Well, this was Relationship-ish. Every Thursday night, we're here. I'm your host, Cash.
and I'm V, and this is Relationship-ish. Please tell your friends to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Like, follow, share, and we'll see you next Thursday at 8 p.m.
Tap the screen, people. Bye-bye, Connection Crew.
This is Relationship-ish, where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship.
8 p.m.
We're live.
Marriage, sex,
And we're having a great time already.
yourself, your family, divorce, your ex, your co-workers, your friends, your situation, your mother, you name it. And we always have a great time.
Of course you had to mess
With
it
your
up, right?
hosts, V and Cal.